Good morning, guys. Yep, I know I'm actually recording this for you today and it is raining, so it's really gloomy outside, but I suppose we better get on with it, shouldn't we? Really, it is day 9. Crikey, nearly there, nearly the end of our 2 weeks. And yesterday we looked at all recycling, didn't we? Do you remember how we could look after God's creation? We looked at how we can, basically all the things we can recycle, perhaps if we can't recycle, how we could reuse them, and even things that we could recycle, perhaps we could actually use them again before they get thrown away. So we made out our little pots, we grew more vegetables. It's quite a good day, wasn't it? Well, today, funnily enough, we're actually talking about water. We've had weeks of really hot sunshine, and so I thought it'd be really good to think about how we could conserve water and look after water that God's created. And look what happens, it rains. But one thing I wanted to show you, some of you guys might have made a rain gauge. It was one of the sort of challenges we've had since right at the beginning of lockdown. And this is mine, and you can see how much rain we've had by how much water has actually gone in it. Now, that water, of course, I'll actually put it in one of our water butts to use when it gets a little bit drier. So I just thought I'd show you that. But I wanted you to think about, what do you use water for in a day? I bet how many of you get up and brush your teeth? How many of you get up and get into a bath or have a shower? Hands up if somebody in your house has to wash the floors or do the washing up. Wonder if we use water for drinks. Do you make people tea and coffee at home? Do you have squash or glasses of water? We all need water for drinking, don't we? And even in our gardens, like mine behind me, where we grow all our fruit and vegetables, we need water. Everybody needs water to live and to grow. Now I've got some facts here. Even the paper's getting wet, it's that raining. It says each person in Britain uses about 15 litres of water a day. Now, to give you a clue, when that is a bottle, normally size bottle, that is 2 litres. So it is 7.5 of those bottles. That's how much water we use a day. Now, obviously, we don't drink it all, do we? But that's because we have to use it in our meals, washing up and washing and things. And think about how much water is used every day by the people living in the UK, when there's 58 million people living in the UK. And then I was thinking, that's just us. What about industries, the things that produce things? So a hospital can use 200 million litres a year. I can't even imagine what that looks like. But in reality, yes, we have to use water. But if we're honest about it, do you think we use too much water? Can you think of ways that perhaps we could save water? So hands up if you have a bath. Well, I don't, but hands up if you have a bath. I don't have a bath, but I stay clean by having a shower. That uses less water. What about if you do the washing up in the sink? What do you do with your water from in your container in the sink, in your bowl in the sink? You could easily get it, take it out into the garden and use it on the garden. Who half fills the washing machine or the dishwasher? Who leaves a tap running when you brush your teeth? You don't need to. Toothpaste on, a little bit of water, brush your teeth, and then turn the water back on to rinse your brush. It's all little things like that. We can recycle water. If you go to have your car washed in one of the drive-in ones, you know, when it all comes down, it goes all over you, yeah? And most of those are used by recycling water. We are really lucky that we have water by turning on a tap. Other people don't. And there are many countries across the world where there isn't safe water by turning on a tap. But they're finding really ingenious ways of making sure that they can have clean water. And we're going to show you how we can actually make one just like people who struggle to have clean water do. So I hope you're ready to get some sticks and your milk bottle that I promised yesterday, and we're going to go down onto the grass and make one in a bit. See you in a minute. Bye. Hey guys, I've come outside now in the rain, I don't mind, just for you, to make what they call a tippy tap. So the idea is, in a lot of countries where there isn't water on a tap, they go down and they get water out from the well, And then what they do is they construct what they call an A-frame. Now, this is an A-frame, but I've got sticks that aren't exactly the same length. I've just got them out in my back garden, so this slopes down. Ideally, it'd be straight. So what you guys are going to try and do is you need to find 6 sticks. Then you're going to make 2 pairs of stands like this. And all I've done is literally wrap my twine, my string, like a figure of 8 all the way round, and I've made 2 frames, and I've put a stick across the middle. And here comes my water bottle. The water bottle is on this stick, and I've threaded a piece of string through the middle, and all your instructions are in your resource packs. That's not a problem. And then what they would do is they would fill these bottles up with water, and the water from the well is clean water. And one of the biggest problems they have, and if you think about what we've been like over the last few weeks, is how to wash your hands cleanly. And so what they would do is they attach this bottle to this stick, and somebody would put the stick on the ground and push it down, and as they push it down, the bottle comes over, especially, I haven't filled it that full, and the bottle tips up as this thing gets pushed into the ground, and they can wash their hands. Brilliant idea. And all they would do is have a bucket underneath that would collect the water, so they could reuse the water again for washing. So you think about how ingenious an idea that is. Doesn't matter where you are, they've got clean water. And there are even some countries now that you go to on holiday, and it's the same thing when you're trying to have a shower. And I know from doing camping and stuff with scouts, actually that's how sometimes we've made showers, but a lot higher up, so obviously you can stand underneath them and have a shower. I wonder if you guys can give this a go at home. I will take a photo of mine and put it on Facebook, but as I said, there are also instructions in your sheet. So what a busy day, hey, talking about water. I wonder what God would think about us trying to conserve all this water. Do you think he'd be very proud of us? I do too. I think he'd be really grateful that we are looking after the rest of his world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back inside, and I'm going to give you the last challenge for today, and then I'll say goodbye until tomorrow morning. So I'll see you inside in a minute. We've just come back inside from making what we call our tipping machines. I quite like that one, it tipped, didn't it? Just come back inside because it is still quite wet outside. And I just want to show you your challenge for today before I leave you and you can get on with them. This was one of our 2 litre soft drink bottles. And can you see, I've just cut it round on the ring. And what you do is you turn it upside down, and we're going to make a water filter. Now, I want you to be able to see how dirty water can become clean in an easy way. But what I want you to remember, the water that comes through here isn't drinkable. You can use it again on your garden, okay? So this is a way that we can actually try and work out how to clean water if we didn't have it water on a tap, basically. So what you do is you turn your top of it into the bottom, and I've got a coffee filter here that you just put in the top. Now, if you haven't got a coffee filter, I've also got a piece of kitchen roll that you can just put in the top. This is always a little bit tricky because obviously your coffee filter is all made into shape for you, isn't it? So Louise is not doing a very good job on this. I bet you guys can do better. Your hand's probably smaller than mine. So there we go. So we do that. And then what I want you to do is work out how that filters water. You might have to go onto the internet and have a look, but I don't want to tell you everything. The biggest clue I'm going to give you is you're going to use natural items, the smallest at the bottom and the largest at the top. Then what I'll do is on Facebook, I will post the answer. I will also let you know tomorrow with all this, with my experiment in, so you can see how mine worked. So that's your challenge for today. Well, actually, you've got 2 challenges, haven't you? Making your tippy water butt with your tripods and your milk carton, and then trying to make your water filter out of a soft drinks bottle some kitchen roll or coffee filter, and some things from nature. Okay, so good luck with all of that, and I will see you. It'll be our final day, guys, tomorrow. That's quite sad, but I will see you tomorrow morning for our final day of Holiday Club 2020. Bye.